Hello, friends from across the nation and around the world. I'm Martin, and you are listening to Dad's Bedtime Stories, the podcast that takes listener ideas and turns them into bedtime stories. Tonight we're headed back into my Cards of Power universe because we got this suggestion that I feel like making.
I would like to suggest an episode about in the Cards of Power universe where you go to a new planet and fight a talking salamander and find a hidden village in a Cards of Power forest, and they help train Magnus's elemental powers.
Well, that is an excellent idea. I'm just going to have to do my best to work it into where we are in the podcast already. Don't forget, if you like the podcast, there's lots of ways to support. Rating it and reviewing goes a long way. Join us on Patreon, obviously funds the podcast directly. Or if you want to be part of my new March contest to share the podcast on social media, you could be entered in a draw for a guaranteed story idea. That means that if you win the draw, you pick the story and I will make it, as long as it's reasonable. All you have to do is share the podcast, or maybe a favorite episode of your podcast, or a screenshot of the podcast, or whatever. Honestly, you can't do it wrong, on some form of social media, and then fill out my Google form just so I know it happened. At the end of the month, I'm going to be doing a draw, and the winner will get their guaranteed story idea and even a little interview with me over like Google Meet or something like that. All of the details should be there in the show notes, including the Google form. And again, you really can't do it wrong. I'll basically trust you as long as you let me know you shared the podcast. But now, it's that time again. Time to get as comfy as you can in that bed, close your eyes, and imagine yourself doing what the kid in the story does. Imagine yourself waking up inside your Cards of Power spaceship. Well, good morning, sunshine, Magnus, your little dragonling, says. Huh? Oh, good morning, Magnus. Well, what do you want to do today? Well, since we're on this battle planet, I thought maybe I could test out my skills. Think you can get me, like, a match or something? He asks. I've been trying to work on my new, elemental powers, but, well, I haven't had much of a chance to improve them. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I'm sure we can get you a match, you respond. And after eating a quick breakfast, you head out of the spaceship, through the parking lot, and over towards the battle center you've been in many times. Inside, you walk up to the desk. Hello, welcome back. Would you like to participate in another battle of sorts? The person at the desk asks. Yeah, well, I was hoping Magnus here could be matched up against someone or some sort of creature that has, like, elemental powers. Ah, that is an excellent idea. Let me see what we have here. We have a ghost type in room 1 waiting for a partner, and, maybe right here. Room 5, an elemental salamander of some kind. It seems to be a deity level. Would that do? She asks. Yeah, I think it probably would, you say, looking at Magnus for reassurance. Magnus nods in response. Very good. Head on over to room 5. They've been waiting for an opponent for a while. You walk down the hall until you get to the big number 5. Then you enter inside. Once again, you find yourself in a gigantic battle arena, only this one seems to be a special arena for elemental-type creatures. The ground is made of rock. There's water streaming through. There's a small forest of trees and random fire all over the place. Plus, there seems to be real wind inside. We're not sure exactly how they're doing that. On the far side of the arena, you see a gigantic salamander standing there in front of some other kid. "Hey," the kid says, "ready for battle? My elemental salamander here is looking for a good opponent." Yeah, you respond. Magnus here is mostly a fire dragon, but as he evolved, he actually got some types of earthbound powers. Recently, he got a card that's supposed to slowly transform him into an elemental type. We're really looking for a chance to practice all of that. "Well, that's perfect," the kid says. "My name's Gabe, and this is, Sal the Salamander. Let me know when you're ready." You step across the arena and into the protective circle. A force field appears around you, and you nod to Magnus. He immediately begins to transform, stretching larger and larger and larger until he becomes his deity-level form, a black dragon with pure sunlight energy flowing through his veins, the purest type of heat one could possibly think of. "Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!" Gabe announces, and immediately his salamander runs forward, jumps into the air, performs a perfect front flip, and unleashes little bolts of rock. Just tiny pieces of rock, but they fly at incredible speeds. They hit Magnus, causing almost immediate wounds. "Ow!" Magnus says. "That's not very nice." In response, Magnus's veins begin to heat up. The room itself suddenly lights ablaze. Every single tree around is, well, on fire. With a huge blast of heat downward, Magnus turns the ground instantly into lava and sends it straight towards the little salamander. Just before it hits the creature, the salamander reaches down into the ground, and the stone around him solidifies once more. Then he reaches his hands out towards the streams of water which are now steaming, spins them around in the air, and splashes them down on the rest of the lava floor. Before Magnus can respond, the air starts to move around his head quickly, circling it like a tiny little tornado with a whole bunch of dust in it. He probably can't see, you realize. Vines burst out of the recently burnt ground and start to wrap around Magnus's arms and legs. Magnus tries to struggle free, but he still can't see anything due to the little tornado around his head. Then, the creature pulls the water once again, forms it into spikes, and begins launching them towards Magnus. "Ow!" Magnus says as the spikes hit him. Magnus starts to heat up once again, making the entire room incredibly hot. And the little tornado around his face does something else. Magnus says, as if he's unable to catch a breath. Slowly, the heat in the room begins to fade, and Magnus falls over on the ground. The salamander releases the vines, as well as the little wind tornado. "Well, I guess there we have it. It looks like your companion there could use a little more training with the elements," he says. "If he really had control of air, there's no reason that attack should have worked and cut off his ability to breathe." "That's what you did," you say. "Amazing. Oh, man. Magnus says, slowly waking up. What happened? Where'd he go? Let me get him. The match is over, Magnus. You lost. What? How? He got you with some kind of air attack that stopped you from being able to breathe, and you just sort of passed out, you explain. What? That's not fair. I'm sure I can find a way to deal with that. Yeah, probably if you learn to use your wind element, you can. May I make a suggestion? The elemental salamander says. It's possible for you to come and train with me back at my home base. Where's that? You ask. A planet not far from here. In fact, if you'd like to come, we should be able to teleport you there. Right, Gabe? Yeah, that's right. We do have a teleport card back home. We can go there and back here without any problem at all. If you guys want to train, I'd totally be up to taking you. You look over at Magnus. Well, what do you think? Should we go to a new strange planet and train? You ask. Well, it couldn't hurt, Magnus responds. Okay, you say. Let's check out this training planet of yours. All right. Well, just come on over here and I'll activate the teleport card, Gabe says. You walk over towards Gabe and his salamander that sounds kind of old and wise. Ready, everyone? His chest glows. A blue card flies out, glows around all of you for a second, and in an instant, there's a flash of light and you find yourself standing in the middle of a forest, a very unique forest. You look around and see that you're in some sort of valley, surrounded by mountains, a volcano, and water and lakes of all different kinds. The valley is lush and green, with tons of trees and plants and fruit growing everywhere. It's kind of like the perfect training place for elemental powers. Every different element is represented. Welcome to the valley. This is where Sal and I trained when we were practicing at first. It's the perfect place. We actually, built a little home here in the village. He points over towards a small log cabin off to the side. You can stay with us if you want to for a while, he says. At least until we transport you back to your ship and all that. Oh, I probably won't need that. As long as you have some space, I've got a sort of log cabin card of my own, you explain. Oh, cool. Well, anyways, are you guys ready to do some training? Gabe asks. You look over at Magnus. I guess so, Magnus says. All right then, Sal adds. Well, since the main thing that seems to have tripped you up was the wind, I say we start with the air element. All right, I'm listening, Magnus responds. Well, the air element, though almost entirely invisible, is one of the most powerful because it's everywhere. And, as you may have found out there, it's essential to most life forms. When you learn to control the air itself, you hold with you other people's power to breathe. On top of that, it can become an incredibly destructive force when moved at fast speeds. Have you ever seen a hurricane? He asks. Yeah, I have. They're crazy powerful. Indeed they are. Most people have trouble with the air because they can't see it, but it's always with you, which is probably the reason it's so easy to ignore. A fish in water probably doesn't actually notice the water very much, does it? It's just a natural part of its life. The same is true for air for those of us who live above ground. To control it, you must become one with it, Sal explains. Now, sit on the ground and meditate on that. Okay, Magnus says, awkwardly putting himself in a sort of seated position that looks kind of like a dog sitting up. The salamander sits down on the ground, crosses his legs, and holds his hands up on top of his knees in a sort of meditation pose. Very good. Now, first clear your mind of all other things. Begin by focusing on your breath, the air you already control, Sal says. Magnus begins to breathe deeply in and out. I can feel it, he says. Wow, and something inside me is connecting to it. Very good. Beginning with your breath is the right way to start, for it's something that you already have a union with. Now, on your next breath out, I want you to continue to focus on the air, even after it leaves your lungs. Trace it through the sky and move it around your body. Okay, Magnus says. Then he takes in a deep breath and slowly lets it out. His head begins spinning around in sort of little circles. I think I got it. I'm moving it. I'm commanding my own breath, or my old breath, or whatever this is, he says. The wind brushes past you to sort of demonstrate what he's doing, moving a small column of air around, dancing it up and down and around in circles. Very good, Sal says. Now, allow your consciousness to expand to the air around it. As you move your breath, grab more air as you go, and continue to move it in a circle. Okay, Magnus says, practicing with the air, moving it around and around, gathering more as he goes, and before long, you find yourself in a sort of low-powered tornado, the air spinning around and around and around again, getting more and more powerful. Very good. You have found your communion with the air. Now, all you must do is practice. Cool, Magnus says. Yeah, I feel it like an extension of my body. That's amazing. Very good. Now, your command of rocks was fairly solid, I'd say. At least, your ability to turn them into lava and move them around. So, I say we move on to water. Sal stands up and leads the others towards a small lake in the little valley. Now, water is much the same as the air, and just as your body already has air inside it, it is made up of water as well. A surprisingly high concentration of water, actually. Now, it may be counterintuitive for a fire dragon like you, but to be able to become one with the water, you must first immerse yourself in it. I have to get in there? Magnus says. But I don't really like water. It's okay, but if you don't like water, or can't learn to exist with it, you will never learn how to command it. Water's not getting up that easy, Magnus says, and he begins to wade his way into the lake. The lake hisses as he enters, and it gets visibly warmer and even begins to boil around him. Very good, Sal says. Now, the first step is to move with the water, feel the way it flows. Sal steps into the now almost boiling water and demonstrates a set of movements, moving his hands gently from left to right, pushing the water back and forth. You see, the water flows with you. Imagine the motion continuing after you stop. Sal pushes the water to the right, and the water continues to flow in a large wave before splashing over the side of the lake. Okay, Magnus says, standing up on his hind legs and using his dragon claws to start moving the water back and forth, left and right. Then he pushes it to one side, and just as Sal did, a wave continues to flow, splashing over the side of the lake. Very good. Now, a dragon like you should also understand how to heat things up and cool them off. In many ways, you could think of heat as a faster vibration, the particles moving quicker in the water itself, just as your breath does when you command flames. But just as easily, the molecules in the water can stop vibrating. They can freeze almost instantly with a thought. Use your mind to imagine these things. Allow the water to flow, and then stop it. Command it to freeze in place. Sal demonstrates by pushing another wave over to the side. It grows larger and then freezes in place as a giant floating sort of iceberg. Then, with another hand gesture, the entire iceberg melts and splashes into the water again. Okay, Magnus says. He begins moving his dragon claws back and forth in the water once again. Then he pushes it to the side, causes a large wave to rise, and squeezes his fist, commanding it to freeze in place. It doesn't work the first couple of times, but on the 10th try, it does. The wave moves up and solidifies into a large wave of ice, which then falls over on its side and splashes everyone. It wasn't that well balanced, apparently. I did it! I froze the water! That is so cool! Magnus continues to move waves of water to the side, freezing them in place, and then letting go, allowing them to turn back into water. After a few hours of practice, he's moving water around in columns, spinning around Sal and Gabe and you, and turning it into ice on command. Very good. Now, the last element which I think we should probably work on is that of nature itself. Now, well, you can command the water and the air and the rocks and the fire, none of them have their own form of life. Nature, on the other hand, is partially conscious. Not like you or I, but in a way, it is living. It can't be commanded as water can, Sal explains as he walks out of the lake and heads over towards a small cluster of trees. Instead, you must connect with it on a fundamental level. Many would explain that connection feeling a lot like love. Just as one truly appreciates themselves on a fundamental level, you must learn to appreciate the nature around you, to see that you and it are already one on some level. Once you are connected, you may ask it to move, encourage it to grow, give it the nutrients it needs to do so. Sal demonstrates that by slowly moving his arms towards the tree. In response, the branches of the tree suddenly shoot out, grow larger, and then develop little fruits which drop down. You see, when it sees that you and it are one, it will listen. Start by meditating again, only with at least one hand on the tree, Sal says, sitting down beside the tree and placing his hand on it to demonstrate. Magnus awkwardly sits down beside it, places his hand on the thing, and closes his eyes. Very good. Now, start by finding your appreciation for the tree, he explains. Breathe and feel as though the tree is breathing, as though you and the tree are both part of the same organism. Okay, Magnus says, trying to do just that, breathing slowly with his hand on the tree and imagining the best he can, he and the tree becoming one. Wait a second. I think I feel it, Magnus says. It's like the tree is a part of me. It's like all nature is a part of me. Just because I don't have roots doesn't mean I'm not part of the same thing. I'm just a mobile part of it, connected in so many ways that aren't physical but are still there. Very good, Sal says. Now, use that connection to request the tree to grow. Magnus closes his eyes again, takes a deep breath, and the tree begins to glow. Then it starts to stretch up higher and higher into the sky, its branches growing up and out, and its trunk growing wider. I did it, Magnus says. You certainly did. But I'm getting tired. I don't know about the rest of you. I'd say it's probably enough for one day. All right. Well, thanks, Sal. I've always wanted to learn my elemental powers a little bit more, and you really helped me out. Don't mention it, Sal responds. I'm happy to do so. I suggest you practice these connections and experiment. There are many ways to use these powers. But for now, it's time for us to go to bed. Yeah, see you guys, Gabe says as they walk off towards their cabin. It's totally cool to set up your cabin or whatever it is wherever you want here. We can teleport you back in the morning. So, You reach inside your card core, summon your log cabin card, and watch as the energy from the card swirls through the air, forms itself into a log cabin, and solidifies in front of you. You and Magnus head over to the little log cabin, open up the door, and step inside. Again, you're amazed at how large the thing is on the inside, a sort of pocket dimension. You walk up to your bedroom, you crawl into your bed, and you close your eyes. With each breath, you allow your muscles to release a little more tension, starting with your arms, letting them sink into the mattress. Next, you notice any tension in your legs. And with each breath, you release that tension a little bit more. You let go of the tension in your shoulders, in your chest, your stomach, and even in your face, allowing it to soften into a nice half smile. As your mind begins to wander off to thoughts of new dreams, new elemental powers, and new adventures to come. Good night, everyone.